Our next speaker is Andy Pollock.
My mic on? Thank you, Lucille. Good morning, MTA board. Andy Pollock, Passengers United. Well, this is going to be a day that will live in infamy. November 18th, in the year of our Lord 2024. Today could be the deciding point that could decide the fate of New York City as we know it. The governor has announced it'll be $9 to charge for congestion pricing, certainly a lot lower than when the $15 was paused back in June. And honestly, right now, and I've been hearing from the Census Bureau over the weekend, they are concerned that if congestion pricing goes through, we are at risk of losing yet again more population, just like the 2020 count. By 2030, we are at risk of losing yet again another congressional seat. More gerrymandering in our congressional districts. If you guys go through with this plan, we're going to have less than 8 million people in this city. They cannot afford $9. 9 times 5 is $45 for a whole week. So please reconsider this. There are 9 lawsuits right now. Please do not go through with this. We're going to lose population if we do so. Thank you very much. So they want to charge congestion pricing. And yet, all day on this Port Washington branch, it's been 8-car train sets. I've been saying to these people, time and time again, you need to have a 10-car set, most cases on these trains, because the ridership has basically gone back to its 2019 levels. So here we go again. Another nonsensical thing that we're dealing with here on this Port Washington branch. Watch, my train's probably going to get crowded. Because this is the 250 that left Grand Central. Alright, I don't know how in the world the 7 train's fast today, but yeah. Here at Flushing Main Street. After speaking at the MTA board meeting, so yeah, just wanted to show you what we got to deal with. It's really not fair that we're being stuffed in like sardines. Yep, here comes my train. Here we go again, 8-car set, and it left Grand Central at 250. So I'm gonna have to board the front because I need to access the stairwell at Auburndale, now that we do not have an elevator until the middle part of next year. Look how slow the sky pulls in. I gotta walk forward in this wide platform. Unbelievable. Oh, I got a seat. Could be worse, right? This morning, no seat on the westbound train, which was train 329, one that I normally take. It was standing room only this morning. And there's 74% of passengers who, again, still prefer to go to Penn Station than Grand Central Madison. So it tells you how out of touch this railroad really is. So as you just hear, we're leaving Broadway. And, you know, thought the conductors weren't going to come by. But it seems, whatever the case, when you get past, I think, Douglaston or Auburndale on the westbound trains, they don't check for tickets. So how come I don't pay $2.75 to go west from Auburndale to Flushing, but yet I just had to pay now? So, yes. That's all I'm gonna say for now, and yes, just unbelievable. Welcome back to the trash known as Auburndale. And as usual, this is what I'm greeted home to. And another thing that I am greeted home with, no elevator. So now we all have to take the steps until May of 2025. And we're now officially a month and a half away from congestion pricing officially starting. Could be worse. I mean, these steps are not as bad as Hollis, but yep, this is what 275 gets you. My shoes are almost getting caught on this. Yep, this is what we're ready to do. What a mess, guys. Just, what a mess. I'm just disgusted, and that's all I have to say. All right, so for the epilogue, we're going to talk about two things. So I want to mention that I was in the elevator with board member David Jones, and, you know, I was telling him Passengers United is going to hold the MTA accountable for getting the elevator done at the Hollis station. Because as Charlton says all the time, it's not about what you think about what the community wants and needs. And, you know, we've been saying that for a while at our organization, is that the community wanted and needed an elevator. They're not ADA compliant. They've never been ADA compliant at the Long Island Railroad Hollis station. And so now that congestion pricing is set to begin in a month, bottom line is, you know, we'll see, and we're going to be vocal about it as congestion pricing is set to begin, and then hopefully the construction will resume as soon as possible, and then hopefully the Hollis community will get a accomplished victory in getting an elevator at that Long Island Railroad station. And finally, with Auburndale, I was there last Monday on the 25th, and I want to acknowledge that the conductors, the engineers on board, were not making an announcement that the elevator at the Auburndale station is out. All right, this is the closest train station we have to Osnum Hall. So you mean to tell me that we're going to be directing people from now until May, okay? May of next year, no elevator at our station, which is literally 10 blocks away from this facility. 10 blocks, folks. So, it's a disgrace that they did not make an announcement on board. I had to make the announcement on board, and I had to call out the railroad on Twitter X about it. And believe me, I'm going to address this with Rob Free in a matter of weeks, because this is just completely unacceptable. They're violating the Americans with Disabilities Act by not telling passengers on board if there's no elevator at the station. And, you know, they really should be telling passengers once we get to Woodside or Flushing Main Street, hey, heads up, you need an elevator in Auburndale. The two closest stations you have are Broadway and Bayside. Now, Murray Hill has an elevator, but that's kind of out of the way. So Bayside may be the lesser of the two evils for elevator service, I guess, because there are walkways. And Broadway and Bayside do have walkways. They don't have elevators. They have the ramps that go up and down, I guess. So, okay. So I will end this video. Thank you guys for watching.